Yo, 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 what is going on, everyone? I hope you are doing well. It is Luke, and today we are going to talk about the ThaiBot handout and what I think happened, as well as I'll take you guys through everything that happened with Velo and Lightnet regarding the Thai Central Bank and these big projects, and then I'll tell you what I think makes sense. Getting into the first article here, this is back from the 27th of November, 2020, where Lightnet partnered with SCB to provide PromptPay users with low-cost remittance. And specifically, they say that the partnership also makes transfers accessible to all Thai bank accounts and anyone who has signed up for PromptPay. Keep that in mind. Taking a look back at this older post that I made about the handout, we can see where they say that a number of people had unsuccessful transfers with the handout because they had not yet linked their accounts to PromptPay. So doesn't it seem like PromptPay plays a more key part in the handout than we have been told? It sure does to me. And then listen to what Beam from Velo and Lightnet said at Consensus 2024.
What the innovation we did with Thai Central Bank currently, we partner with Solana and Fireblock. So currently we can send USDC on Solana to the Fireblock wallet of any commercial bank in Thailand.
So notice how he says that they can essentially connect to any commercial bank in Thailand for remittances. And this is what the PromptPay and Lightnet partnership led to, which we know was finalized with Project Dash. Then, looking at some newer articles about the ThaiBot handout, we can see them say that all banks are ready to connect to the open loop payment system of the Tang Rath application. So once again, we had Beam say that they could essentially connect to any commercial bank. And then meanwhile, all banks are ready to connect to the open loop payment system. And we know that PromptPay is necessary for this system, and Lightnet has integrations within PromptPay for their open loop system. And coincidentally enough, when Velo partnered with Visa, this was on November 29th, only 2 days after this PromptPay and Lightnet partnership was announced. So it is possible that when regulations come, everything with Visa and Velo and Lightnet and the ThaiBot handout may all come right after that. And from speaking with friends in the community, we have all agreed that regulations are going to be the big moment, probably for something like Visa and Velo, specifically in Southeast Asia, but also the ThaiBot handout. Isn't it curious that the handout was postponed for months upon months? But then, once we know that regulations in Thailand for digital assets are most likely coming in March, the handout is then practically confirmed for Q2 right after March. So let me know what you guys think. Does all of this tie together and make sense that Velo and Lightnet are going to be critical layers of infrastructure for this ThaiBot handout, and more than likely Thailand as a whole? Even taking a look at this post that TG House 1 on X made, Thingle, a good friend, I recommend you check him out. He said, if you study what Velo has built, including their product suite, which includes FX, hybrid DEX, Orbit, which includes payments, and bridging Web 2 to Web 3, they're all vital components for a Web 3 Visa network, which Beam practically said himself in the Solana and Stellar podcast, which I'll go ahead and play for you guys now.
Yes. Velo, we try to build the next generation financial network that make Velo become the financial superhighway infrastructure that bridge between the top blockchain project with the real world use case. And the way we're doing it is you can think of Velo as the next generation Visa network, where in Visa you have the FX part that aggregate the FX, the liquidity. At Velo, we have FX on blockchain. We also have a settlement network that's highly interoperable with Web 2 and Web 3 that's similar to Visa Direct. And lastly, we have basically the payment part that connect Web 2 to Web 3. So we try to bridge basically from the FX to the settlement and then also to the payment to really create basically the Web3 liquidity and settlement aggregator that have, a very strong ecosystem in Asia, as well as the strong supply chain in Asia.
So after listening to that, you can clearly see how he emphasizes that they are a liquidity and settlement aggregator. And I think that this is a big part that is overlooked with Velo, especially considering all the big ties that they have. I think that Velo are truly going to be the ones who are building this open infrastructure for traditional finance to truly bridge in with decentralized finance, including tokenization and access to a bunch of different products once they launch. For example, Universe, their hybrid DEX, would make it extremely easy for institutions to have access to tokenized gold if PLG token eventually gets listed on their hybrid DEX with one-to-one backing to real gold. So this is one way that they can open up the floodgates and not necessarily need that deep of an integration on the back end. Let me know what you guys think about any of this down below. Do you think that this is all connected? It seems like everything points towards it, and while I am not giving financial advice, I think if Velo taps onto this TaiBot handout and it seems to point towards it, it is going to be multiple $billion worth of an injection into the network. So let me know what you guys think. This could be the biggest moment for Velo. I'm very keen to see what happens. Drop some comments down below. Please do hit the like button and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.